Hi, and welcome to the rant. I am John Shannon. I know you're wondering what's so damn funny. Well, I got to thinking a lot about today being the day after Thanksgiving, which now officially seems to have a title of its own called Black Friday. It is the what's the word I'm searching for? Folklore says it's the busiest shopping day of the year. Now, I've read in several places where that's not the case, but given a definition, one of the major U.S. holiday shopping days, many U.S. consumers begin Christmas shopping. This day is heavily promoted by retailers, and man, that is true. The origin of Black Friday comes from the shift to profitability during the holiday season. Black Friday was when retailers went from being unprofitable or in the red to being profitable or in the black. At a time when accounting records were kept by hand and red indicated loss and black indicated a profit. So that's where Black Friday got its name. But it's become more than just a name or just a day. It's become a real phenomenon. Just even here in Corpus Christi, which isn't exactly the shopping mecca of the world, several stores. I know that when I was up and out and heading to work this morning at 5:45 in the morning, there were already the mall area where J.C. Penney's was already the lot was packed. I happened to notice that Best Buy's lot was packed. We didn't drive by a Toys R Us, but I understand that they were open early. And this whole phenomenon of Christmas shopping, yes, we live in a capitalistic society and it's all great, but people already, without having an excuse, already live way, way, way above their means to begin with. In my opinion, at least. And to turn around and go out and the debt, because most of this is on credit. I don't know very many people who are going to Best Buy and laying out $1,000, or better in cash. This is all on plastic, man, and we're living ourselves further and further in debt, and we're just seeming to lose the whole meaning of what Christmas is supposed to be about. I picked a quote out of a story that I read, an AP story, where a lady, I'll read it to you verbatim here. It says, "I'm really looking for the bargains this year because I'm losing my job. They're moving our plant to Mexico after the first of the year, so I have to be careful," said Tina Dillow of New Richmond, Ohio, who camped out at a Best Buy store near Cincinnati at 3 a.m. because of a great deal on a laptop. Okay, let's put this in perspective. This woman, come the first of the year, she's losing her job her job's going to Mexico. She will be unemployed unless she's got something else on the back burner that it isn't on in this story. But now, if I know that I'm going to be without a job and have a whole month's time to plan on the fact that I'm going to be without a job come the first of the year, the last freaking place I'm going to be is at 3 o'clock in the morning is in front of a Best Buy because they got a great deal on a laptop. I think that it's really scary, the priorities that people have or lack thereof, and this kind of stuff is going to get us, or get individuals and us as a nation further in trouble. I mean, yes, our nation, our government, doesn't lead by example. I mean, God, how many $1 trillion are we in debt there? But consumers, I don't even have to look this up, but consumers and Americans are swimming in debt. It's for people who have jobs pay better than I make, more money than I make, but still not near enough money to be able to afford house payments of over $1,000 a month, plus everything else that goes into keeping that house going, and raising the 2.2 kids and the 2 cars, and of course one of them has to be an SUV, and the other, I think that we are just living way beyond our means as a society, and going back to this whole phenomenon of Black Friday, we are a nation of consumers, and that's great for the stores, but it's also great for the economies of the countries that are producing these goods, and not very many of them these days are in America. So, I don't know. But that's my rant on that subject. When I get a little energy here in the next day or two, I want to touch on the tasing of the motorist in Utah by Utah Highway Patrol. I want to get into a little bit more into that later on the next video rant. But if you were unaware of it, apparently a guy in Utah put his situation out on YouTube, and I want you to. I'm going to post that on the website. I want you to see. I want you to see that. I want you to get your conclusions on it. I'm going to offer some of my conclusions as well, but that's going to be within the next day or two on the next video rant. Folks, that's it for right now. Have a great rest of the day, and we'll talk again. This is John Shannon, the Redneck Cabbie. Adios.